For one, the barista handled that way better than I would have.
Yep.
She's like, you know what, ma'am, I can remake it. Ma'am, I can remake it. And she gonna throw it in her face. I would have jumped over that can and lost my job that day.
I would have done the same work, knock that girl out.
See, that's why I work for
Well, I
myself
teach a
now.
lesson if I work there.
30 jobs before this.
Before I'm not old enough to have a job. So
my last job, automotive industry. You can only imagine the type of customers I was dealing with. I had a situation where I had to almost go. I was like, bro, I will come across this desk right now.
That bitch gonna run.
Folks be trying.
That bitch gonna run, right?
Disrespect me. I don't give a damn about that job. I'm out of there, cuz. Whew. I'm better now, though. I'm more calm. I'm more peaceful. You know, I don't have so much fire and rage in me. I wish I knew what happened next. I wish I knew what happened next.
Hey, so, you had a guy out there, and he was taking my credit card. He was not wearing gloves. He was not wearing gloves, and he took my credit card, and he gave it back to me, and I said, you should be wearing gloves, and he goes, oh, I just washed my hands. Yeah, he was just putting them out there right now. We always put them out there, and they put them outside right now. So I'm so sorry that happened. So what's your policy? So policy is you always sorry, especially with handling cash and cards. I was just sending them out there right now, because we didn't have anyone out there to the rain. They were just sitting with everything. I was really looking for anything. So you as a manager, I mean, all of these are minors. So you as a manager, it's your responsibility to make sure that they're safe, right? Yes. And the ones that I had out there actually are not minors. They are over 18. Okay, well, they're still children at 18, right? In a way. So we are taking care of them.
Now she's making these irrelevant statements to get her point across. I hate when people do that.
yeah.
I hate when people do that.
Yeah, me too. I fucking hate it.
I was about to say, this gotta be Chick-fil-A, and I see the little Chick-fil-A come down here, and don't come after me for mentioning your name in this video. It's like, the company's right there or whatever. But, yeah, this is definitely something that they're doing at Chick-fil-A, where they have the people come out and take your cards and stuff, and they do come out there with gloves on. But for that guy not to have a glove on, this lady's already apologized for the fact that that dude didn't have a glove on. Kill it, lady. Kill it. What else is there for you to say? What has happened, happened. You addressed it to the manager. The manager said, okay, this is what we're doing to take the necessary precautions moving forward. Kill it. Don't keep stirring up the pot with this. Karen, you're being real Karen right now. You're being real Karen right now. I be feeling like all these women names are Karen for real. They don't need to be. Their names don't be Karen, but
maybe they are named Karen. Who knows?
Karen is the new equivalent to the N-word, because it's like you call a woman a Karen, and that's not her name, but you're not gonna not call her Karen. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's not the equivalent. It doesn't have the power that the N-word has, but it can if you allow it to. Like I always say, when it comes to the N-word, I don't care who says it. I don't allow it to have the power over me that you yourself had with the intention of directing it towards me. I don't allow it. So it doesn't have any power over me. Same thing with the Karen. If you allow it to affect you, it will affect you. There's so much ignorance right now. This video gonna be long. I'm sorry. Not sorry. I'm gonna talk my talk.
It's morning tea, so I guess let's go to the bloody cafeteria and eat, and then go out somewhere. There'll be people here soon, so I'm leaving because teachers will tell me what to do. I don't want the teacher to see me to have a phone. Well, I may as well go to the cafeteria, because why not? I guess let's head to the cafeteria. grab something to eat, and yeah, be on my way. It's the cafeteria. No, it's not. Okay. No, just not it. Shit. Maybe? Is this it? Nope, wrong one. Ah, okay, it's your staff room. Cafeteria, cafeteria, cafeteria. Yeah, here we are, cafeteria. Cool. Nice. Yeah, can I get, what do you have? We have cookies and croissants today. Can I have 4 croissants and 5 cookies? Yes, sir. Do you drink? Yes. Okay, done. Here you go, sir. Thanks. Nice. Okay, so let me put in the order. Da. Nice. Okay, cool. Guess let's go. I'm not gonna eat in here because it's full. I don't like people. I'm gonna stay alone. I wanna be alone now. Like, where can I go? I can't go out this way that way because, you know, senior. So juniors are down that way. So I guess let's go to this yard, I guess. Walk to it, let's go to this. Oh, okay, no, this is for seniors. I mean, not down that way. Oh crap. This is for seniors, okay, wrong way. I guess let's head to, you know, the body senior bob. The juniors yard. Okay, so I guess let's head to the juniors yard, I guess. Okay, here we are, juniors yard. And look, seniors yard is over here. So yeah, this is juniors yard. So I guess here we are. I'm just 12 years old, and yeah, basically, you know. Okay, so I guess let's watch YouTube. Where can I watch YouTube at? I guess let's eat here. Oh yeah, croissants. Oh yeah, cookies are best. Oh man. Okay, so oh yum. Okay, so the old teacher done. Can't see me. Okay. So let's try here, I guess. Until teacher walk until it's yarn time. I'm the only person out here, so you know, let's try it. Why not?
I'm gonna go to Chick-fil-A today. Right after I finish this video, I'm gonna support them. I'm gonna go eat some Chick-fil-A. I'm hungry anyways.
What are you gonna do, Karen?
That's not my name. Get my name straight.
Get my name straight.
Karen. Go ahead, get my tag.
No,
Get my tag, Karen.
my name is not Karen. So get my name straight.
Get my tag, it's okay.
ep4.
All because my car is loud. 3 cup.
Me.
All because his car is what? Is lowered? Is that what he said?
All because my car is low.
Because it's loaned? What are you driving in,
3
bro?
cup cars.
It's a sen-
I don't know, but it sounds like a Karen situation to me.
The government said no food storage? The government says I can have food storage, does it not? Oh, I want to see this list. This is great. Plastic. Okay, plastics. Okay, but I'll bet it says you can have food storage, can you not? Essentials, kitchen gadgets. That would be a kitchen gadget. Cleaning supplies, paper products, any of the food storage. Holy crap, it says food storage. Who gets to say what's food storage? I'm storing food in that. How do you know I'm not storing food in that? I'm telling you I'm storing food in that. And you're
I wish you would show what it is. What is it that's supposed to be food storage? I know obviously it's obvious what food storage containers are, but what does she have? Dang, she need to show it.
government list. Oh, well, let's get a picture of this. Government list says food storage. Oh, I already got it.
I was not expecting to see what I just saw. So she has those little totes that you might put in the bathroom that you would put like your shampoos and all your soaps and stuff in. And she's proclaiming she's going to use that for food storage. I mean, what are you going to do? Hang half of it out of the window and then throw some fruit and vegetables in it or something? Like, no, then the birds and stuff going to come. She's going to use that for bathroom that you would put like your shampoos and so does she have? Dang, she need to show it.
Government list. Oh, well, let's get a picture of this. Government list says food storage. Oh, I already got it.
Okay.
She has those little totes that you might put in the food storage. I mean, what are you going to do? Hang half of just go. It's in Georgia. At least not where I live.
All right.
You don't got his face because he was covered up most of it, nose and mouth.
Shut up. Shut up. You're rude. Speak English to Canada. Rude. Who do I complain about? Shut up. You're rude. You are rude. Go somewhere else. Who do I complain about? Sure.
She is rude. She is so rude.
What's your store number?
She is so rude. She is so rude. I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I would kind of get on people for speaking a different language around me. I would say, you're in America, you need to speak English. And it's unfair, especially when you're saying that to someone who doesn't speak English very well. And that was something that was ignorance placed upon me based upon my parents who, thought the same way, felt the same way. The people around me, my environment, that's just how that was. That's how they were. But now that I'm older, I see just how ignorant it is to address somebody like that. And part of the reason you would even make a statement like that is because how uncomfortable it makes you to hear someone saying something or speaking a language that you yourself don't understand. It makes you feel as though they could be talking about you. And if they are, so be it. Let them. Who cares? They ain't paying my bills. They don't have to leave this store and go to my house with me. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? So it just shows a little bit of insecurity for someone that makes a blatant statement like, speak English, it's America, or Canada, or wherever the heck she is, Karen.
Australia.
Talk to me, you bring your manager here. Yeah. If you want to talk to me, you bring your manager here, you idiot, or go speak Chinese with your other staff. Tell me somewhere else. Get him somewhere else. What the hell is going on? Is he
and that's racism for her to even just state that they're speaking Chinese when I'm pretty sure she probably doesn't know what of 10, 12 different Asian languages that they actually could be speaking. So it's racist for her to say you stop speaking Chinese when they could be speaking Korean.
Then get him in the back. That is rude. Shut up and get out of here, you idiot. That's rude.
She is so rude. And one of the things that disappoint me the most about seeing this, to me, it doesn't seem like she's aware of the ignorance that she has. And I feel bad for even saying this woman is ignorant. You know, I don't know why I felt bad, but I felt bad. But she's also putting that off to her child, so it's a strong possibility that her child sees that as acceptable behavior, and he will also grow up to conduct himself in the same manner.
Shut up! You were speeding. I got you like and I saw you cut 3 people off.
Bye, babe.
I'm really asking I'm dead. Excuse me. Look at the pump. Excuse me. I'm looking at the pump. I can't own one. Because I didn't know. Telling me you're going to take my license plate out here every day. Look at the pump. I'm looking at the pump and that's what it's telling me. It says 1001. Come and look. I just looked at it. And it says release well, that's not $2. But I just put 1001.
Okay, the teacher's out and they can't see me walking. There were people out, so yeah.
Ma'am, she was just doing her job.
No, you don't chase somebody.
She was just doing her job. She was just doing her job. She was just
Okay, Karen, so bye. Fuck off.
You should have asked. You should have asked.
People expect you to. People expect for you to know exactly what you're doing at all times. How would she ask a question that she wouldn't expect to happen? Like, I'm kind of confused as to what's going on here.
Yeah.
I'm getting the assumption that this woman, this Karen, potentially paid gas for not only her vehicle, but someone else's vehicle. And now she's expecting this girl to have asked, because the girl is saying, hey, I didn't know you were paying for her gas as well. And now the woman's saying, oh, you should have asked. How would anybody ask that? She didn't know.
But I was just trying to
see, and what thing that this thought would actually accept.
No. I'm crazy.
She ain't gonna give you a second. You heard the girl? She said, give me a second to explain. She ain't gonna listen. She ain't gonna give you a second.
I'm crazy.
So you are.
I'm crazy. No. I'm crazy.
So
Wait a minute, hold on. So you're arguing the fact that you're not crazy, and you just reach your hand in a basket full of candy, grabbed a handful of it out, smashed it down on the little credit card reader, and you're getting ready to hock it at this man, and you're not crazy. Okay, crazy Karen.
It said approved. That's what it said. It said approved. Tell me I'm alive. Okay, man. Thank you today. No, you better take me for granted. Since I can't.
Why did they edit out when she threw the candy at the man, though? Y'all saw that, right?
It said approved, and I would like an explanation why I couldn't buy biscuits and gravy with my mobile order. That I'd have to go back around when I've added stuff to an order before at this McDonald's, because I work right down the road. I can understand if y'all were loaded with freaking people, but I mean, yeah, no, I wanted to purchase them with the order.
But we wanted to make
I wanted
a
to
separate
add
order.
it as a separate order, and I would pay cash. And he told me I had to drive all the way back around to do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. You got it. Oh my God. This happens a lot, especially with this whole online mobile order and then going able to pick it up at the location. This happens way more than you realize. And people don't really fully understand the concept of ordering something online, paying for it, and just going and picking it up and leaving. If you want to place another order, you can't do it right there at the drive-thru. At the window where you're supposed to be paying or simply picking up your order, you have to go around back to the intercom and place an order there. Yeah.
Yep.
That's where you're supposed to do it. Doing too much. You're doing too much. They made this thing convenient for you, and you want to take advantage of it and manipulate it and expect for that to be okay and accepted.
Do I smell weed?
Well, no, they're not going to let you slide.
And is it a phone?
Upset about it.
Or is it?
I'm sorry, man, but you're in.
I guess it's it. Listen, I won't tell anyone. You won't guys. If you do me a favor. So, what is it? I'll tell you after school. Okay? Okay, well, you don't know who's listening. Okay, cool. Dan Dale. Okay, cool. I'll not give you detention. I'll fucking just pretend that I didn't see anything. And yeah, you know. Yep, done deal. Where do I meet you? In my classroom. After school? Yeah, what time? 3 PM. Okay, done. 3 PM it is. Cool. See ya. See ya.
Right. You're very ignorant.
How can
Miss
I?
Karen. I'm gonna stop calling you Women Karen. Psych. Ah! Anyway.
Because he said you said that. Yeah, well, that's what he said. My manager said you would have to.
And by the way, I forgot if I said this already, but you have to guess, comment below which scene is fake or real. Some are making this interesting. Like, some of it is my life, and some of it is just, yeah. So, some of it, you know, all of it, you know what I mean. So, yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, press play.
I mean, I come to this McDonald's all the time. I work right down the street. Never had that problem.
I've had this situation happen to me before. I'm like, man, you know why you've never had this problem before? Because you've never done an order like this before. You have never done this before. Because if you had, you would have had this problem before too.
I'm not trying to strain you. I'm sorry. It's just aggravating. It's very aggravating to me.
You're aggravating yourself. You are aggravating yourself. That's the problem with folks, man. They don't understand. Like, my roommate is this kind of person. My roommate is this kind of person. I can't wait, you know, when our lease is up and get my own spot. He doesn't know it yet, and I'm going to keep it that way. See, I've been not telling him. Well, I told him. Actually, I've told him like 20 times. He doesn't believe me. That's the problem. He doesn't believe me. But he's one of these type of people. 100%. And I'm like, bro, you don't get it. You're making yourself mad. These people aren't making you mad. They're doing their job as it should be done. You're making yourself mad by being so damn ignorant.
No, this whole situation is rude. Because we're the customer.
You shouldn't have said that to us.
That don't make it right. That whole daggone, if you work anywhere and they
Oh shit. That's good. That's fucking good. That's fucking good. Oh shit. What's this stuff? Shit. shit.
Okay, class, listen up. This is our new student, Jordan. She moved here from Florida, so let's please try to welcome her. Hey, Jordan. Now we're gonna get ready to do our lab today. Carl, you mind working with our new student, Jordan? All right, great.
Hi, my name's Jordan. Looks like the lab partner. Aren't you the lucky one? Carl is pretty much the smartest kid in the grade. Hi, I'm Bianca. This is Jasmine. Nice to meet you both.
Hey, Jordan. Looks like you needed a place to sit, so.
All right.
Yeah, well, Carl the third, actually.
That's a lot of Carl's in your family.
Sure is. My grandpa Carl invented cable TV. They're not laughing at me. They're laughing at me.
Why? So, are you really the smartest kid in the class?
Well, no. Tommy Lewis is, but I'm right behind him. It's usually a three-way battle between me, Tommy, and Leah.
Hey, Jordan, what did you guys get for number 4?
We're not giving you any answers.
Yeah, I can see this be a problem.
Carl here. Keep distracting us.
You guys are not that far. You need to get back to work.
Hey, Jordan. It doesn't bother me that you decided to sit somewhere else like that. I understand that you want to make friends. I just think you're way too nice to be hanging out with Bianca. You can do better than that.
Such a nerd. Oh, awesome the way you told Carl off today. Don't be such a nerd. Did you see the look on his face? Yeah. Watch this. groups in your pack plus, huh? I see you got all 5 food groups in your pack plus, huh? An apple? An orange? Huh. What's this? Milk?
Yeah, it's milk. What?
Oh, come on, Jordan. It's not a big deal. Don't be such a nerd. Call you a nerd. I don't know what you think.
Come on.
We don't want your answer. What are you going to do about it? I already got it. I'm going to tell Mr. Crow.
Oh shit, that's good.
With USC face-to-face learning from home, you can start study as soon as July.
This happened to me when I was in America. My parents were divorced, so I had to stay with my dad half of the week and with my mom for the other half. It was pretty stressful because I had to move a lot of my things back and forth, and every time they saw each other, they would argue. Anyway, on a Thursday, I arrived at my parents' house around 10:45 p.m. 5 p.m. When my dad dropped me off, I noticed that my mom's car wasn't there yet, and her bedroom window was open. But I didn't think much of it at the time. I started to make my way to the kitchen because I wanted a snack before going to bed. Then I saw my mom in the kitchen, chopping something. I immediately greeted her, but she didn't respond. I thought she was messing with me or she was sleepwalking because she was already in her pajamas. So I came closer to her. I couldn't see her face because of her long hair, and her skin was much paler than usual. I tapped her on the shoulder, and she slowly turned around.
This little store has served as a savior to me. Living as young men often do, I had very little money, but I was always confident I could find something to fill my belly, regardless of how much was in my pocket at the time. So, when the time came, I was no longer able to rely on my parents for money. The corner store was the first place I went for a job. I was in luck. Only the day before, one of the employees was fired for stealing from the register. I took his place, and I've been here ever since. Like any other corner store, we sell alcohol. Beer, wine, liquor, the whole boat. Naturally, this makes us a beacon for the local drunks. These folks have served as countless hours of entertainment. While most are harmless people, on one specific occasion, a horribly violent outburst occurred. It was a quiet Saturday night, about an hour before close. Most of the regulars had made their appearances, a few more than once. The two involved in this incident had been in around 7 p.m. and had just returned. They were, or at least appeared to be, a couple. I'd seen them around the neighborhood since I moved in. The owner of the store said they'd been customers since he bought the store, and that was 13 years ago. Although they were not very talkative when they came in, I never had any reason to believe either could be violent. However, that night something had changed. Upon arriving the second time, they went straight to the cooler containing the quart and 40-ounce size beers. Nothing out of the ordinary, as I said, but tonight an argument between the two started soon after their arrival. Initially,
Ready to say goodbye and make some extra cash? Get a free instant car valuation on Gumtree Cars.
we do get away with murder. During my time,
what did they say?
the female was brain dead and her family had made the choice to let her pass. The cops had picked the guy up the following night. From the description my boss gave me, he didn't even seem to remember what had happened. The doctors that examined him said that it's likely he truly may not remember what he did, because the many years of alcohol abuse had possibly destroyed his brain. Sounds like he might not get the full punishment due to him under the law. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Sometimes it seems like people really do get away with murder. Way to relax from the pressures of school and getting closer to nature. The spring break of 1997, we loaded up our trucks and headed for the cabin. Our plans included shooting guns, drinking beer, and other things rednecks like us do in the woods. Our first morning kept us pretty busy cleaning the cabin and moving all our stuff inside. Around dinner, we made a big fire outside and cooked a bunch of steaks and fried potatoes. We skipped dessert and broke open some beers. The sun went down not long after, and for the remainder of the evening, we got loaded and passed around a joint or two.
Yeah, boy.
At some point in the night, I heard a shuffling noise outside and went out to check on it. The fire was barely burning at that point, and just outside of its light, I swore I could see the shape of a man standing completely still. From what I could tell, he was facing me.
Okay, it's 3 p.m. Nice. Okay, so it's time to meet that guy in this classroom. I don't know where the classroom is, but I'll find it. Then it's time to go home. Oh, that's right, I'm supposed to chill with my friend today after school, but I guess it's a bit too late for that now. So I guess let's find the classroom and yeah, go talk to him. You shit. Come in. Hey. Hey. Okay. Now, I won't tell you, but you have to take my door. Done. Cool. Here's her number. Thanks. Okay, share. Okay, awesome. He won't tell me as long as I did his order, so yeah, I'm doing that. So he doesn't tell me and give me detention. So yeah, I guess let's go home, wake up in the morning for school, and yeah. Give me a second. Okay, there. Here we are at home. Oh, they finished the balcony. Nice. So, yep, okay, nice. Hey mom, hey dad, hey son, good night, son, good night. Okay, cool. Guess let's go to bed, wake up in the morning for school. Oh shit. I wonder how come Mom didn't wake me up. Let me have a look if she's still there. What's the time? Okay, so it's 5 AM. Nice. Mom? Dad? Okay, so she they're out at their work. Okay, nice. Guess let's go to school. Guess let's head to the body school, I guess. Here we are at the high school. No, at my special, at Redcliffe special school. Not the high school, fuck, what am I saying? Special school. So, the class starts at 9 AM and it's 5 AM. So, yeah, I guess let's go over there and chill at the same area until, you know, it's break time and then move somewhere else. Because, you know, so people, so, you know, teachers don't, you know, have to find somewhere safe. Maybe at that tree. Was it this one? Yeah, it was. Okay, cool. Okay, so it's gone there. Let's go in there, smoke some weed, and yeah, it's ready for YouTube.
Avenues were followed to ID the stranger like escaped cons, but he remains unidentified to this day. Because of the chance of another attack, our trips to the property ended. The next year we tried to camp out somewhere else, but it wasn't the same and our nature getaways died out. Within 5 years, my friend's dad had a heart attack and lost interest in the cabin. So much of his anger onto my friend, and perhaps far more concerning, is he still out there waiting for his chance to finish what he began all those years ago?
Maybe, who knows?
I live in a major city in Texas. My apartment complex is gated and in a good neighborhood, but the security isn't extremely tight. Sometimes the gates are left open and anyone could piggyback off of someone else, enter the access code. Maybe twice in the past 3 years, the management has put out notices of vehicle break-ins and other items being stolen from porches. We also have frequent door-to-door solicitors, even though there are signs forbidding it. So this particular Friday evening, I go to bed at about 2:30 a.m. For some odd reason, I was having trouble getting to sleep, so I put on a podcast to listen to and eventually start to doze off. I become aware of a noise that sounds like a clicking sound. It sounds like one of my upstairs neighbors making some noise. I kind of zone this out, as I'm used to my neighbors staying up late on weekends. After about 30 seconds, I realize the noise is extremely repetitive and getting louder. I then start focusing on it more intently, trying to isolate what it could be and where it was coming from. Suddenly it hits me. It's coming from the entrance to my apartment. I leap out of bed and head to the foyer. I identify the noise right away. The lock mechanism is moving back and forth rapidly, like someone is trying to unlock the front door. I can hear that an object is inserted into the lock and the person is jimmying it back and forth with a lot of force. I instinctively turn around, head to my bedside safe, unlock it with a combination, and pull out my .357 SIG pistol, load a 14-round magazine, and chamber a hollow point round. I head back to the door, and as I exit the bedroom, I see the lock twist and unlatch. I immediately pointed my weapon straight ahead, knowing that if someone comes through, I will have to make a split-second reaction. I decide that if someone comes through my door, I will give them a momentary chance to retreat, but if they do anything other than that, or enter aggressively, I'm going to shoot and ask questions later. They don't enter. However, because I had also locked the deadbolt inside only. When I first moved in a year prior, I remember thinking that the deadbolt was a great security feature, and I got in the habit of always keeping it locked when I'm home. In hindsight, this decision saved me from a life-or-death confrontation. Upon realizing that, I approached the door and looked through the keyhole. On the other side are 3 Asians, 2 men and 1 woman. All 3 are wearing hoodies, so it's difficult to make out their faces. The men have objects in their hands, but I can't make out exactly what. The 2 men are talking back and forth, probably trying to figure out why they can't open the door, even though they have successfully opened the outside lock at this point. The woman is also talking loudly behind the 2 men, such that anyone in the hallway would be able to hear her voice. She's talking in another language. The only words I can make out are blah blah blah, apartment 250, blah blah blah, and she keeps repeating that over and over like a broken record. Upon hearing that, I start to wonder for a moment if maybe they're just drunk and have the wrong apartment number. But that's impossible. To open my lock, they would have to have a copy of my exact key or some kind of lock-picking device. I've never copied my key or even given it to anyone. Here's the other thing. Not only is 250 not my apartment number, but, as I figured out later, that apartment number doesn't exist anywhere in the complex. Standing back from the door, I take a long broom handle and jab it hard in the face of the door, letting them know that I'm on the other side. They immediately stop fiddling with the lock and take off running. I debate whether to call 911 and decide against it until they return. I know they'll be long gone by the time anyone gets there. It would be too risky to follow them to try and get a better description or license plate, and I don't have enough identifying info as it is to make an arrest. I filed a police report the next day and let the apartment management know. They said it was unusual, but they would alert the resource officer and ask for a police presence for a couple of nights. Nothing ever came of the report, but it's not a surprise to me.
And what's the point of you, buddy? You know, the cops, they can't help you.
It's been 7 months since this happened and no further incidents. Nobody else in the apartment has reported anything similar happening. I don't think they'll be back, but one precaution I took was to buy a smart lock for the deadbolt, so I can leave that deadbolt always locked from the inside, even when I'm not home. It's crazy to think that the deadbolt was the only thing between myself and an armed confrontation with intruders. They say you don't really know what you'll do in those situations until
it happened to me in the late 1970s. I grew up in a poor neighborhood in Calgary, Alberta. And like most young kids, I had a number of friends from school and the neighborhood. I was 13 at the time, and this was right at the very beginning of the personal home computer revolution. You would hear about personal computers on the news all the time. However, no one actually owned a home computer. And it was almost like a story of science fiction, or he's staying uncomfortably close to us. After a few months, we were getting suspicious about this guy.
What's the time? It's 9 a.m. Not school. School just started.
Sometimes,
okay, cool.
When there were a lot of kids at his apartment, and he was distracted, we would snoop around and look in his cabinets and things like that. We'd find weird items like a pair of brass knuckles, handcuffs, and some beads that looked like they were supposed to be white, but they had dried up brown stuff on them. And the door to his bedroom was always locked. One day, when there was a lot of kids there, he put on some music. He always puts on music, but this time it wasn't top 40 music like he usually would put on. It was like folk music of some kind. My buddy and I were already suspicious at this point, and while everyone was having fun on the computer or hanging with the teacher, we listened to the lyrics of the music. It was hard to make out the lyrics over all the raised voices in the room, but it became very clear that the lyrics was about homosexuality. My buddy and I freaked out, as it hit us at the same time that this guy might like kids in a way that wasn't right. We quickly made an excuse to leave, and went home and told our parents of our suspicions. My father freaked out and told us never to go over that guy's place again. We also put the word out on the street, and pretty quickly everyone became weary of this guy. However, one of my friends from our block, Danny, he thought we were all wrong, and he kept going to see this teacher. One day, Danny stopped coming to school, And the rumor was that something bad happened to him by that guy with the computers. Danny moved away, and not long after, so did the teacher. I can't tell you how lucky me and my buddies felt to have stopped going to that guy's house before something happened to us. Years later, when I was in my early 20s, I took a course at the university on computer programming. One night, my buddy and I were in the computer lab, and we were testing out a new program I wrote. When who walks into the lab? That old guy. This time, both my buddy and I stood up and yelled at that guy to get away from us. He quickly left, and other people in the lab asked what was going on. We told him what happened years ago. I don't know if someone reported him, but we never saw him at the university again after that.
Good.
My name is Stan. I'm 17 years old, and this story happened about 4 years ago. The school I went to was in a very rural area in my village. My friend Peter went to the same school, but I lived further away. His mom would always drop him off near my house, and we would always walk to school together. On our way to school, we would always pass some farms, and one of them had this really old, creepy house that was abandoned for years. One day, me and Peter said we should check it out and see what's in there, basically. We couldn't go after school because, like I said, Peter lived further away, and his mom needed to get him home. This was also during the winter, so it got dark sooner. For myself and Peter, we came up with the plan that Peter would have a sleepover around my house. And when my parents were asleep,